What if the true villain of the Infinity Saga wasn't Thanos at all, but the very things he was trying to collect? On the surface, the story is straightforward. Thanos, the mad titan, was a zealot, obsessed with his own brutal idea of bringing balance to the universe. But for many of us, that explanation feels a little too simple. What if the story we saw on screen has a deeper, more hidden layer, one that suggests his obsession wasn't entirely his own? So let's pull on that thread. It makes you wonder, what if the stones weren't just the prize, but the players themselves? The core of this theory is that the Infinity Stones, led by a sentient Mind Stone, are the true antagonists of the saga. They represent the universe's own consciousness, and their plan was to enact a brutal form of self-regulation, using Thanos as their unwitting puppet. Let's start with the Mind Stone. The theory proposes that it's not just a tool, but the intelligence of the universe, a singular consciousness directing the other 5 singularities of existence: power, time, space, reality, and soul. According to this idea, the first victim of the Mind Stone's influence was Thanos himself. The stone could have possessed him long before the events of the movies, planting the seed of his destructive balance ideology. Once Thanos was under its spell, the Mind Stone could have begun a cosmic game of chess. It had Thanos give the scepter to Loki, possessing him to kickstart the invasion of Earth. Later, on the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, it briefly took control of Bruce Banner. When it fell into the hands of Hydra, it amplified Wanda Maximoff's powers, specifically using her to implant a horrifying vision in Tony Stark's mind. That vision became an obsession for Tony, leading him to create Ultron, which sowed the seeds of discord that would eventually shatter the Avengers. His obsession even led him to create a new, perfect body for the stone, Vision, unknowingly placing a spy for the enemy directly inside the Avengers' headquarters. Perhaps the most compelling evidence for the Mind Stone's sentience is its apparent ability to communicate and coordinate across the cosmos. It's the stone that allowed the Tesseract to open a stable portal for Loki. It's the stone that somehow gave away the location of the Time Stone, and most damningly, it acted as a perfect tracking beacon for Thanos. Whether Vision was hiding in Edinburgh or fighting in the middle of the massive Wakandan battlefield, Thanos knew exactly where he was at all times. This wasn't luck. It was the Mind Stone calling its master home. In this view, Thanos believed he was exercising his own indomitable will. But he may have just been the final piece of a puzzle laid out by the stones themselves. He was the instrument, but the Mind Stone was the conductor. So, what do you think of this theory? Was Thanos a master villain, or was he just the most powerful pawn in a game played by the universe itself? Let me know in the comments.